This is Tigers Talking on the Prairie, Lahaina High School's Honors English 4 class, taking our essays and turning them into podcasts, seeking a real-world audience. So sit back and enjoy.
I'm Martinez. I'm a senior at Lahaina High School, and today me and Cody are going to be talking about the process of writing a college essay. So, Cody, how was your process of writing your essay?
Well, my process first was that we all got in groups and read sample essays to give us like an information of what we should write about. One was about like a story that someone wrote and how it could affect them in college, and then another one was just more of like a resume. Me, I personally chose to write a story about how signing my life into the Marine Corps would change me. All right, Brandon. Well, what did you do to write your college essay?
Well, I started off on that base model that was handed out by Miss Smith, and then I got ideas from that one, and I annotated it, and then I wrote a draft, my first draft about it. I decided to write about a resume about myself and my greatest moment in high school, just my GPA, what have I accomplished in all my high school years, just the basic stuff.
All right. Well, now we're gonna hear Brandon's story that he wrote. Brandon.
Making it happen. Some people want it to happen, some people wish it would happen, and some people make it happen. When I hear this quote, it makes me strive to get into college that I'm trying to get into. For the past 6 months, I've been thinking about college and the college lifestyle. Throughout my high school years, I have done almost everything that I can do to be successful in high school. I have thought long and hard on what college to attend to, what college I can get into, but the college that catches my eye is Colorado State University of Pueblo, Colorado. The reason why I chose this college is because they are really good at academics, and they also have a really good basketball team. It's also not too far from my family here in La Junta. My mom lives in Pueblo. It just seems like a really good fit for me there in Pueblo. It also gets me out of La Junta. I know it's not far, but it's out of this town I'm currently living in. In high school, my GPA has been around a 2.972. I know myself that it should be higher than what it really is right now. I have a pretty good work ethic. You can show me one time how to do something, and then you will never have to show me again how to do it. I will also get the work done when needed. I have done 19 hours of public service for the program called I Volunteer. I am also a 4-year varsity basketball player for La Junta High School. Throughout my high school attendance, I have missed a total of 7 days in school. I have gotten an outstanding attendance award at the end of the year. I will get my schoolwork done before anything. When basketball season comes around, I understand that you have to be a student before an athlete because playing basketball for the school is a privilege. And this year will be my first year attending FBLA. One of my greatest moments was in the Super Sweet 16 for the high school basketball. This was one of the biggest games I have ever played in. We were playing Valley from Gilcrest. That night before we played Roaring Fork, we beat them to advance to get into the Sweet 16. We ended up losing the game, but it was the best game that we played as a team. As a team, we couldn't put the pieces together. Our defense was the best that we have ever played all year. Even though we had lost, I still think it was the best game and the best season that La Junta basketball has ever had in a long time. And after that game, we left the season knowing that even though we're a little school, we can compete with better schools. So right now, I'm trying to earn a basketball scholarship for CSU Pueblo. I have been working all summer long trying to improve my game and where I have to improve at. I know how hard it is to get on the next level to play in college. Being on that next level doesn't mean you just eat, sleep, and basketball. It also means hitting the books and hard to be eligible to play and not hurting the team being unable to play. You can just say you're going to college to play a sport. You've got to have a lot of dedication to play. If I don't get a scholarship for basketball, I'm going to major in computer software engineer. I would do this because not also is it the pay good, but you also really have to bust your butt at work. This job requires at least 2 to 4 years of college. You can relax in the office all day working on the software. The job also seems pretty tricky, but it doesn't seem a little tricky when you first start. To get the job, you have to have 128 college credits. If I can get into the college and make it happen and work my tail off to get the scholarship that I'm trying to get, then I will be the happiest person in the world. So when I hope you hear this quote, some people want it to happen, some wish it would happen, and some make it happen, I hope it pushes you to strive to get where you want to get in. and make something happen in your life and make your family proud.
Hi, my name is Cody Bensley, and I'm a senior here at Lahaina Senior High School. The day I became a man. As a 12-year-old who plays war video games, all of them think alike. I want to be an Army guy, is what I told my father. He stopped what he was doing, looked at me, and said, "Son, if you're going into the military, you will not join the Army." I got so sad and hung my head. Then he introduced me to the Marine Corps. I was like a little kid on Christmas getting everything he wanted. He told me about the opportunities I will have, jobs in the military, jobs after the military. It was amazing. And then that dream slowly drifted away, but it was still there. So as the years go on, I played high school varsity sports, joined FBLA, fell in love with weightlifting, got a job, the normal high school. The reason why I was big on the Marines is because I'm a 5th-generation Marine. A long line of my family members have been in the Marines, most of them as a mortar transport driver. All of my family members don't like other military branches because they want to push in life, and so do I. But on to my story. Then one night during the summer, my phone buzzed, and I had got a text from my best friend. He had texted me this long text about what I wanted to do after we graduate high school. See, my original plan was to work and make money, but then he mentioned the word military. Right away, I texted back Marines. He said maybe because his dad was in the Navy, so he wanted to do it for his dad. Then it hit me. My dad didn't want me in the Army because they hand everything to you. He wanted me in the Marines, where I had a challenge, where I had to be pushed to earn my title. So right away, I jumped out of my bed and ran into my parents' room. "Dad, Abram is getting a Marine recruiter to go to his house. Can I go?" He stood up with a smile on his face and right away said yes. So a couple of days went by, and before I knew it, there he was, Sergeant Perez. He was a buff Marine, too buff to be having a recruiting job. He told me about himself, and he has done a couple of tours in Afghanistan, and he even had a part in Camp Leatherneck. I gave him my information while Abram took his practice ASVAB test. I will not discuss what Abram got, but it was low. I was up next. I took the test and finished in 18 minutes and scored a 36. I actually could have signed up right there, but I was there only to talk. So when I got home, I talked to my dad about all the things we discussed. I told my dad that I wanted to be an infantryman, someone who was on the front lines and in action of the battle. He wasn't too impressed. He was actually mad that I thought about that. No parent wants their child in the heat of battle. So the more we talked about it, the more he accepted the fact that this is what I wanted to do. So a couple more weeks go by, and my dad and I made a trip up to Pueblo to see the recruiter. When we got there, we started a long process of signing paperwork. When we finished, it took 5 hours. When I signed my name on the final paper, I felt as if I was a high school athlete signing a full-ride scholarship to a Division I college, and my team was the Marine Corps. With lots of laughs, tears, and handshakes, I was officially a Poli. Marines refer to recruit sign-ups as Polis. But on my actual ASVAB, I scored a 62, and that score could have got me any job I wanted. But I still wanted to be an infantryman. I haven't found out when I ship out to boot camp, but it will be sometime in late June or early July. I think this event has changed me as a person because it made me realize that I will have to grow up fast. I wanted to experience the Marines because I want a challenge in life. Sure, college might be a challenge, but I want a physical challenge, not learning about something that I most likely won't be doing in a job. If I don't stay in for 20 years, then I can always find a job outside the military. If I sign up for a military academy, then I automatically go to the number 1 on the list. I believe this will make me a better person later in life because I will have my stuff together. Wish me luck as I embark on my new journey.
This has been Lahaina High School Honors English 4 under the instruction of Kelly Jo Smith, bringing you Tigers Talking on the Prairie. We're located in the Southern Plains of Colorado in La Junta, Colorado. Thank you so much for sharing this with us.